So we already have a bit of a sketch to start with. And you were talking about like John Carpenter kind of synthy sort of sounds, and I think we've got that.
Yeah, I like I told you earlier today, I suggested that we make something slightly different from what we normally do, because the last few times that we worked together during this live, we did techno tracks, and the last one was quite hard.
Yeah, that's true.
So let's do something more melodic, because let's face it, you and I have made a lot of melodic music throughout the years, and it's something we're not shy about and something we enjoy a lot.
So let's hear what we started out with.
Yeah.
If I actually get the clip playing.
Well, it's not much, huh? But it's good.
I like this.
Me too, Matt.
And this SEM sounds really cool.
Beautiful.
Or we got the filter to play with already, and the envelopes as well. We could make this housey if we do the percussion rights, like so it's not too banging.
No, it's just let's see how we go. You know, I love the sequence, I really do, but we need to process it a little bit. No,
what do you think?
Some compression.
Sure,
for sure. You know?
All right. A lot of times I just use the stock Ableton stuff. It's so quick. Kind of tightening it up a little bit.
Yes.
There's not even an EQ on it yet. Let's see how that helps.
You need to roll off the bottom.
I've been kind of back and forth on that lately. I've been using shelves more than high pass filters lately, just so you still leave some of the energy in there. Like it's not taking it all away. You know, typically you're doing something like that, which also sounds good. Either way.
But in this instance, we're gonna add an additional bass line.
Oh, right.
So, you know, this is, you know, we're gonna make it a bit more complex, I think.
All right, I'm gonna leave it there for now. And we already started working on sort of like another sort of sub layer,
which I'm not sure about, but let's see.
I'm not sure about. It's like it's not. You would never play this by itself. Like it's only there to fill in.
Yes.
Like, it's kind of adding a little rumble in between the kick drums, really.
You know what we could do as well? We could just do a drawn out one note bass sound. And put a side chain.
You want to try
just to fill the, you know,
so
the bottom space. You
still
know?
Like I sustained or 16th notes. I feel like it still needs the pulse. Like do, you know.
I don't know. Let's try. I mean, like, I don't know. If you put a side chain on it, I think the sequence will, you know, let's give it a try. I mean, the key for this track is to keep it simple.
Yeah.
And obviously, we want to fill up the space. It needs to be a fully produced track, but keep it simple. And this track is all about the main sequence, the arpeggio. You know. No, I was saying like one note.
Wow.
One long. Yes.
I don't know if we ever even done that.
Probably not. I've done it a few times, but not with you.
I see. All right. So
it works. You know, it's like when you want to. Sometimes the simple things work the best. I mean, it depends for what purpose. You know.
Right. I'm gonna try and make a new sound.
What synth are you using now for this?
I mean, sometimes for a simple sub bass, I like using an FM synth, and operator's really fast and easy.
Okay.
And like, if we just need like that, just like that,
and it's tight, you know.
Exactly.
That's the beauty with FM.
Like that's gonna be pretty. I don't know, pretty heavy. Let's see what happens.
Well, you need to put a heavy sidechain on
Sure.
it as well, of course. Yeah. But let's just see.
All right.
Don't have to go with it.
You know what I can do? If I just do quarter notes, so it's just going to play with the kick, and then I can do an envelope. So that's your sidechain. It's
Yes.
just that every time I play the note.
Well, let's play it with the sequence, and then we compare and contrast with the other bass line that we made, and decide what works better.
I'm listening to it through the sound system impulse response to hear how hard it really is.
Sounds like really lo-fi door knocking. Just
Well,
like banging against the door, you know.
We'll work on it. We'll work on it. This is just the rough mix, right?
Open the door.
You know, I'm gonna do an actual, either a side chain or like a. I want it to moving a little bit more.
But see how it sounds with the sequence. Let's listen and see how it is with the sequence, right?
It'll work if it's EQ'd right.
You see what I mean? It just fills the space subtly, you know.
I'm all for it. Now it's doing the pumping. I don't mind if it gets a little dirty and growly down there.
Yeah, we should just not have it too loud in the mix. You know, it should be there obviously, but it shouldn't compete with the kick.
You know what we could do? We process these together.
We should adjust the notes of these to the sequence of the arpeggio.
These? Oh.
Yes.
When it goes up.
Yes.
That makes sense. So what is that?
Yeah, that's the great thing working with John Selway. because he's like classically trained and you know everything. It's very fast. When I do this, it takes forever. So.
Well, you know, like when we're in the studio together, you'll have an idea for a melody, and I'll just like push the keyboard at you and say, "Just put it in, and I'll fix it."
Yes, yeah, it's great. It's great. Yeah. No.
I mean, maybe if the sound was tweaked the right way, I think it sounds fine leaving it.
I agree. And maybe just turning down 2-3 dBs that is not that loud in the mix, but it fills up the space, you know?
Or like that. It's almost like a little bit of part of the kick drum.
Yes, yes. And you know what? What I paid attention to some of the releases on, let's say, Afterlife. Often those producers, they leave a lot of space.
Yeah.
Between, you know, it's not just about, like a lot of techno producers, including myself, I try to pack the track, you know, like full bass, full kick. And often tracks that have space to breathe, you know, like slow BPM tracks that don't have so much bass, they make a really strong impact on a big system.
That is true. Like there's a lot, there are fewer layers simultaneously, or the layers that are there are farther apart in the frequency spectrum.
Exactly. It's interesting. There's no right or wrong, but you know, just.
I mean, I think this is going in the right direction. It's got that. There's a fullness in the low end. Like if we were to mix it so this is taking up all the room, it would sound more busy, right?
Let's compare to the other bass line we did earlier. The one that copied the notes. It was better.
You like this better? It's bouncier.
Yeah, it's funny because when you did this, I didn't like it, but
I mean,
it's better.
It still needs to be mixed right.
Yes.
And again, when you listen to it by yourself, it's like, what?
Yeah.
The parts of it that I'm not, I wonder if the higher notes in this one should go lower, like these guys. This because it doesn't sound as good up there.